Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys is we're just going to keep it simple today. What we're going to be getting into is, well, a pair of SB Dunk clothes. I should have just left them right up here, but they're right here. I'm going to grab them like this, and what we're going to be discussing is, well, a pair of SB Dunks that is tanked in price as of recent. Now, I would say tanked is a bit of a strong word because these have never really been super expensive, right? But they've gone down a bit, and I think it's a good time to discuss them because if you wanted a pair, you could go out the way and buy them now and get a decent deal. And I do think, excuse me, I don't know what that was, but I do think that long term, these still have potential to do well, especially in some of those larger sizes, 13, 12, 11, 11.5. Those are always sizes in SB Dunks that are popular and they don't make a ton of. So over time, again, even in a few months, I could see those ones being more expensive. So let's get into it, discuss this SB Dunk, and well, why they've gone down in price a little bit. If you guys want more content like this, then feel free to subscribe and like down below. Don't forget the normal goal we always shoot for is 300 likes. And don't forget, check out the Whatnot lives down below. We just went crazy there again today. I think I tried to load like 200 things for today, but we did at least like 20 plus giveaways, lots of stuff. So I appreciate everyone that tuned in, and man, I appreciate you guys as always. And we're getting back to all messages tonight and tomorrow morning, so I appreciate y'all that be hitting us up. As always, we're going to be getting back to everything. So yeah, that's really everything we need to say. Check out those streams down below, subscribe, like if y'all want to, and my IGs are down below in the pinned comment as well. Make sure you guys, again, that's all right there if you want to check it, and leave your comments as well on the shoe if you got a pair. Let's get started. So the SB Dunk we're going to get into right here is, well, the CSEF SB Dunk Low. So a very, very nice pair. Again, I like what you got with this sneaker. Again, let me explain them a little bit. Right. Okay, perfect. This is a pair with the CSEF embroidery on the back. So as you guys can see, most of what we got with this sneaker, so you guys can see the black suede on the toe box, the white leather going around most of the sneaker. You guys can see the grid. Maybe you can see that. Might have to take a second, just hold it right there. But there's actually a grid. You might be able to see it right there, kind of that white lettering, and it's kind of like a grid design underneath that black swoosh. I know I just said grid like 3 times in a row right there in that sentence, but hopefully you get the idea of it, right? Also, you guys can see, again, the Scantron right there, because keep in mind, these are the CSEF, this College Skateboarding Educational Fund, SBs, so you can see they're based off, well, like a college or school environment. So there's the Scantron. You guys can see the CSEF embroidery right there by the heel, black suede, white leather, unique logo right there by the heel as well. And of course, this based off the number 2 pencil right there. You guys can probably see that. Of course, the eraser, kind of like the green, like metal portion in the center, you know what I mean? And then, of course, well, the wood right there. So that is what we got with this sneaker. And, of course, 2 extra laces. Can't forget that. You got big extra laces with these. They're not like the skinny laces, the big puffy laces. Let me show y'all these right here. So 2 extra laces as well. Can't go wrong with that. So you got a lot of unique stuff with this pair. And, again, just a wearable colorway. I think that's one of the main things I could say about this sneaker. It's a very, very wearable colorway. And that's why I like that, idea of them performing well over time. It's not hard to rock them. And in the big sizes, I think they could do well. Also, you got some unique details right there on the inside of the tongue tag. Let me see if I'll be able to show you guys that. But it says University of Nike SB. Or yeah, you may be able to see it a little bit. Here, let me read it for you guys. You saw that right there. It says University of Skateboarders. University of Nike SB, skateboarders teach the world. Sorry, I could not read that right there. But again, unique pair. The other pair also has some cool details on it. So I like what you get with this sneaker, and I think for 140, 150 bucks right now, it is a great deal. So aside from what this sneaker looks like, right, why don't we get into the resale prices? Because I said that was one of the main things we're going to discuss in this video today. So why don't we dive into that? So the screen record is going to be up in a second here. So as you guys can see, screen record is now up. Perfect. So looking at the CSEF SBs, again, some sizes are under retail. Now, most sizes are not, again, but you can look, size 9, 9.5. Those are popular sizes. I could see those doing well over time. I already got some 9 and 9.5, so your boy doesn't need any more, right? But I do think that if there was any sizes to be looking at for the sneaker as a whole, 11, look at that. 11's already creeping up there back towards 160. 11 is a very, very popular size in SB Dunks, along with 10.5. I honestly would say don't sleep on 10.5. I don't know why 10.5 is near size 9, but I would honestly just say size 10.5 plus for the sneaker. I think will be a good hold, right? Now, this did recently release, so you just have to give a bit more time for the bulk sellers to clear out. But I think in two or 3 months, or maybe 3 or 4 months, we can start to see these making some progress. The reason I think that is because, again, it's a collaboration, and I just don't think that a lot of collaborations for Nike SBs usually stay this cheap. They didn't drop a ton of these on sneakers either. Keep in mind, it was like 19,000 or 20,000 pairs on sneakers. Like, it wasn't a massive drop, right, for these on the sneakers app. So initially, after that release, they went up in price a little bit, but there was just a lot of pairs at skate shops, so that's why these tanked a lot. But based off that sneakers release not having a ton of pairs, and once again, these skate shops just kind of get rid of the rest of the pairs that they have, right, sitting around and floating around of these, I think these will start to make some progress. Again, 10.5 plus. I think this will end up being a good hold. I don't know why size 12 is that cheap. Size 13, you all can see, is right about where size 11 is at. Those are the two ones that are making some decent progress. Let's just check size 13, right? Look at that last sale, man. I need to put some bids in, man. That's crazy. I mean, you see bids already above last sale. So whoever got that, good job. You got a steal right there. But look at these asks, man. As you guys can see, there just is not a ton of asks for size 13. And I think these will clear out fairly quickly. So understanding that, I think there's a lot of potential for these. You can see there's only, 19 left listed on StockX. Usually you don't have that early, right? Usually you'll have 50 pairs or 100 pairs listed right after the release. But for this one, you can already see it's gotten fairly limited. Because keep in mind, that sneaker strap was never that big. It just, these aren't super hyped. So it's going to take a while before they go up. But I think this is one of those ones that could slowly creep up over time and maybe surprise us a little bit. The reason I think that is because, again, it's still a very wearable sneaker. It's cool. It's got some unique details with it. And, well, it's been more expensive in the past. That's something I can also mention. Check this out. Again, these were previously, look at that, at that 170, 180 range. So why couldn't they go back to that? I think it's 100% realistic that we see them return to there. I think just right now they're at a bit of a dip. And I don't think that they're going to go down to like $100 flat. Maybe to 110, 120 briefly. Again, that's a possibility. You can see some sizes have been floating around there, kind of quickly. But you can see the bids already going back up above those sales, right? I would say, oh, it's probably going to drop in price if the bids were still lower or if there was a couple sales happening at those prices, right? But you just saw for the size 13, it sold at 115, and then, well, the bid is already back above that. So that kind of lets me know that, hey, I think the market's going to be fine for the big sizes. I think we just have to give these some time because, well, they recently released. They might come down in price a little bit more, 10, 20 bucks, and then from there, they'll rise in price pretty good in my opinion because SB Dunk lows over time end up being good bets. You can just go look at a lot of them and how they've done, the Grey Gums, etc., even GR colorways like that. Yeah, it's pretty surprising. So I think this one, it's wearable, it's a unique collab. I could see him eventually flipping. So that's my opinion on the CSEFs and why they've tanked in price recently. It's just because, again, there was a lot more pairs at skate shops. That's really the main reason, right? It wasn't the sneakers release. That was fairly limited. It was just, again, what we got at skate shops. There was a lot more pairs there. It was easier to obtain that way. There was a lot of online raffles as well. A lot of skate shops online dropping these. Like, there was a ton of Shopify releases. So, yeah, I mean, kind of understanding that this it was just a bit easier to get these. You know what I'm saying? So, understanding that, yeah, that's why the market has gone down. It's just because it was a bit easier to obtain compared to some of these other SB Dunk lows that we have had this year, right? So I'm going to end that screen recording there. And that's my opinion, again, on the CSEF SBs and why they've dipped in price so much recently. Again, it's not like, let me explain this. Like, it's not a bad shoe. Like, just because a sneaker gets cheap, right, doesn't mean it's a bad shoe. Like, these are very, very wearable. Nice colorway. I mean, you got two unique laces, right? And you got the standard option as well. It's just a nice pair. So I like what we got with this sneaker. And let me know what you guys think about them. Do you think this is a sneaker that eventually could flip? I think eventually they could, but it's going to take about 6 months, I think, before we really start to see these maybe creep up a bit or have some sales a bit higher, right? Just because, well, there's a lot of pairs out there right now for sale on the market. So with that in mind, there's going to be some people taking sales a little bit lower than others, you know what I mean? And that will, just cause the market to kind of be up and down, So we'll leave it at that. If you guys want more content like this, then feel free to go ahead and subscribe and like down below. Let me know what you guys think about the sneaker in the comments. If you got a pair, I got a couple that are just, put away, and we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? Some I paid retail on, so we're not too worried about it. And what else I gotta say? Oh yeah, the Whatnot Labs. Make sure you guys check that out down below. Don't forget, we've been going crazy there. I forgot to say thank you guys for 10K there. I mean, we keep going, you know what I mean? Y'all have been just showing so much support, so thank you guys. As always, I really appreciate that. We're gonna keep going hard over there. And if you guys have any questions, again, let me know in the comments about this sneaker, about the labs, anything like that. Just hit me up. Let me know. Shoot me a message. We got you guys. And yeah, just don't miss those streams because we did a lot today. So I appreciate everyone that tuned in today. I know this video is probably out a little bit later because we're packing orders right now. So yeah, that's it. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? It's the one-man team, but we're going to keep going. You know what I mean? We could not do it without you guys. That is the main thing I got to say. I could not do any of this without y'all's support. So thank you. Seriously. I'm always trying to get back to y'all in the comments. Always trying to, reply to each review and whatnot. Get back to everybody. I think it's a really big thing. So yeah, thank you guys. Seriously, it means a lot. And we're making it happen. It's crazy. Back when I was like 13, 14, I thought it was like impossible, but now we're making it happen. So I appreciate you guys, and let me know what you guys think about the CSEF SBs. Again, nice pair. Can't go wrong with them. So I'm T. I will catch y'all in the next video. We got a busy day today. Of course, here's the daily cat picture. Shout out Luna. She's been a little bit crazy today. Well, not really. I mean, she's actually been pretty chill today, so shout out to her. She's actually just hanging out there with a little, new cat toy I showed y'all in the video yesterday. All right. We're going to leave it at that. I got to, pick up a ton of packages today, so it's a big day. And we got a live today. Oh, my gosh. All right. And we got to drop off stuff. All right. We're going to do it. I'm gonna need to hire some people soon. But that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Double out. Peace.